Oh, here we are. We are live. Hello, everyone. I am Jason Hobbs, and welcome to Mr. Hobbs's Gamerhood. Today, we are going to attempt to have season one, session one of the basic fantasy RPG experiment. So that's this awesome book. Thank you, by Chris Gonnerman. I don't know what the name of his company is. You can find all this stuff at basicfantasy.org. As always, I have fantastic players with me today. We will start with the mapped one, Edwin. How's it going, Edwin?
It's going pretty well. I've even found my notes from last session. That's a good start.
Yes.
I'm Edwin. I'm playing Chris, a human thief who comes from the North Islands and has apparently somebody has implied that he was doing something illegal. He's a wanted man for reasons it's all lies. It's all lies.
Surely, without question. Thank you very much for that, Mr. Bird.
Yeah, I'm playing Elven Mage Arundel. Let's see. He has a friendly rivalry with Eldrath.
I think it's just Aldath. Yeah,
Eldath. And then also he has this weird habit of every once in a while seeing visions of a gold radiating being, which gives him great emotion.
So he's batshit crazy. Is that what you're saying? That's what people say about me when I say that, and I get emotional. Larry.
Hi, I'm playing Franklin, a human cleric, on their way to the city to really convert from the old Church of Ta to the the new version,
the Reformed
Yeah.
Church of Ta, the Reformists.
And I do need to get the issue about truths and like the secrets because I did miss your first session.
No problem. I was positive that you just watched the whole episode and knew exactly what was happening.
I did watch it, but I was heavily drinking, so.
Well, my sessions are always better when heavily drinking.
Cheers.
Cheers. All right, Zach.
On that fine note, I am Zach. I'm playing Bastion, the human fighter from Ravenstone. I believe Bastion came across the sea with Krith, who he kind of was helping escape his wanted things, and then went stumbling through graveyards with somebody and became accused of heresy by the Reformationist churches. So he's got some religious issues, I guess. So
Not necessarily in that order, right?
Yeah.
All right, so I took us to the front page where we could show what people are talking about. So one of the questions I came up with is who was on, during this campaign, we've decided that there were people on a boat, and that boat sank, and those people were picked up by another boat. So there was a boat from Ravenstone, and we know that Krith was on that boat.
Yes.
And we believe that Bastion was also on that boat.
Yes.
Now come to light that Bastion and Arundel have a bit of a sordid past in graveyards. So, does anyone else have any bonds with Arundel? Who else has bonds with Arundel? Anybody?
That'd be Eldath.
Because you have a rivalry with him.
Yes.
Okay. So, due to that rivalry or for some other reason, do you think that Arundel was in Ravenstone for a time? And then that's where he got into this situation in the
I don't know
graveyard.
if necessarily it's due to the rivalry per se, but more of his curiosity about things.
Okay.
Cause him to go on, because he's on his trying to explore things and see things beyond his native land.
Okay, so that is all cool with me. That makes sense. So just to recap, for some reason, Arundel, Bastion, and Krith were all on a ship from Ravenstone. And that ship sank. And it was picked up by another ship, captained by Jensen.
Jensen, yeah.
Jensten, and of the fish. And the other guy. Yeah, his ship was the coin purse, exactly. But his mask, I don't know if you guys remember, but these guys like to wear masks.
Oh, yeah. All right.
All right, so that means Franklin, Bloon, and Aldath were all on the coin purse already, or the cut purse already. Did I say cut purse or coin purse?
Coin purse.
Coin purse is nicer than cut purse, isn't it?
Ah.
Makes it sound kind of like he's a reaver or something. All right, and so we've already established that this ship did indeed make it to Slateholme, Franklin, and you guys found yourselves some sort of. We'll move to the Slateholme map along Wharftown here. Father Franklin found some kind of flop house because he was helping. Edwin's character, Krith, with his wounds, right?
See.
If you want, sure.
Well, I mean, that's kind of what we had established. I think
I didn't know I was wounded. I thought he had a place, and then he took me in because I didn't have a home. But if we both found a flop house together, that's fine too.
Yeah. No one is from Slateholme or Slatholme, whichever it is. Okay. All right. So, and then at basically after we covered all this other stuff, I think. I don't really have anything about balloons or Aldath told me his stuff. I don't really have it written down about Bloon, but I think one of them, he was a boon companion of Aldath, maybe. Yeah, I'm pretty sure.
Yep.
But I don't know like what his truth is or.
Bloon's truth is he's embedded to a vampire.
Oh,
that's the wacky one.
Did you say it was a wacky one?
Yeah, I thought that was a bit out there.
I don't know if that was going to stay because the person who gave him to him that character isn't here, so I didn't know. And what does anyone know? That was his truth. What was his bond?
Well, that must be the companion to Aldath.
Yeah, I would say that's.
Well, I thought that was he made that Aldath's bond.
Oh.
You know what I'm saying? It's one of those guys' bond. The other one's still missing one. I don't remember which one it is.
Right, yeah, I don't know which way it was.
But I'm not sure it matters. All right, so to continue the story, you hadn't been in town much more than a day or two, but somehow you guys have found a flop house, presumably together. Welcome, Thaddeus.
Greetings.
Okay, you're already in roll 20. Good. We were just kind of wrapping up everything. So Bloon is indebted to a vampire. What bond did someone give Bloon? And how do you pronounce it? Blun or Bloon?
Bloon.
Bloon? Like the Bloon of awesome porn stash dude?
Bloon.
So did someone bond you?
Yeah, one of the, let me check my notes. I put it in my notes.
Perfect. All right, as he's looking for his notes, I'll finish off. Basically, Captain Jenston came in. He had a severe issue. His load of dye was stolen right out of the coin purse, and for some reason, he's come to you guys for help.
Yep, 30 crates worth. And they are stamped with a J and a diamond.
Okay. Perfect. Is that accurate? Or were your old adventuring companions with Bloon?
That's what my note says.
Okay. All right, so that makes perfect. So just to recap another thing, there were two ships. One ship was shipwrecked, and that had Edwin's character Krith, Bird's character Arundel, and Zach's character Bastion on it. And the other ship, the coin purse, you guys were already on it, presumably coming from Corville, the the land of Erd. Corvallis, is that the name of the island? Corvus, the island of Corvus, the city of Novotia, Empire of Erd. All right. And you guys, I asked, what you wanted to do to try and figure this out. And so what I did is I kind of took all of the notes and the questions and thoughts that you guys had, and then we're going to go through them and give you what information that you gained, depending on a roll and like anything else that you get. Before I do that, before I start with this, I will ask Larry, is there anything that you like? What do you want to do about this mystery? Do you want to help Lord Captain Jenston find his missing die? Do you not care? Also, I think there was a secret about your character. Your mentor, I don't know if it was a mentor in the Reformist Church of Ta or the Church of Ta, but one of Father Franklin's mentors actually had sinned, and because they're supposed to be celibate, and he wasn't.
That's okay. We still accept you, Franklin.
Well, maybe that's kind of what drove me to become a reformist and turn away from that. But yeah, righting the wrongs in the city, such as recovering stolen goods, would be a wonderful start.
Okay. Is there any certain way that you would want to investigate or proceed with investigations for that purpose?
A priest would carry more weight. And people would be more inclined to listen to him than much of cutthroats.
Okay, not necessarily here. So you got to remember that Slatholm is a city-state that was once a colony of the Empire of Erd. The only Empire of Erd that's left is on the other island. So this is a city-state now, and this state is controlled by the Reformist Church of Ta.
Is he a reformist? Isn't Franklin a reformist or no?
No, he's come here to learn of the Reformation.
Okay.
Right. That was my impression anyway, Larry. Is that good?
Yes, yeah, that's what I wanted to move into the Reformist Church and learn about that because of all the corruption in the current Church of Ta.
Father Franklin seems like a wholesome soul.
Doesn't he, though?
Till he gets around the ladies.
Bow, chicka, bow, wow.
Uh-oh. All right, do you want to think about that while I go over the other stuff, Larry? I don't want to put you on the spot or anything.
You mean as far as how to actually pursue this?
Yes.
Yeah, if there's no like you mentioned, if there's no particular weight to be carried, since I'm not in the Reformed Church,
there's going to be some people here that are not in the Reformist Church. That's just the strong church here. So there are going to be other priests walking around. There is going to be some weight there. I shouldn't say there won't be any, but I think that you could use that to, like, hey, tell me what you know, and then people may feel uncomfortable lying.
Then just throw a blessing out at them, right?
Then I just beat them and it's like, do you want to talk to the Father or do you want to talk to Bloon?
All right. Yeah. Did you have anything in specific then, Larry, that you a particular method of investigation that you wanted to use?
Well, it would be nothing involving sleight of hand or trickery because I have a dex of 3, so I don't plan on doing anything fancy. I'm gonna be a talker, not a fighter.
Okay.
But no, nothing specific yet.
Okay. All right. So I believe that Zach Bastion's idea was to canvass the piers and see if anyone saw anything. Does that sound accurate?
Yeah. I figured 30 boxes of cargo getting unloaded without anyone seeing seemed really odd.
All right. So how do you want to do that?
Probably just with some of the local dock workers that would be just right on the pier, unloading, loading. Have you guys seen anything coming off this ship?
Okay. All right. So skill rolls in basic fantasy are a little interesting. So it's kind of in the back, and basically it just goes by level. So when you're level 1, your target number is a 17. Okay. And basically that never changes. You just get better because you add your level. So I guess it's an 18 actually. Which kind of actually goes along with 1 in 6 chance. So that's really not that far off of basic, in my opinion. So you're basically talking to them. So you are an unlanded lord. So you're not necessarily going to be considered just a regular guy. So I'm assuming, do you have like, I don't know, do you have a symbol for your house or anything like that? Or I don't know if we went into it or not. So.
I haven't gone into heraldry yet, but I'll come up with something before next session.
So fairly often the actual nobility they're more usually involved with animals, where the bourgeois or the emerald barons are more involved with insects. And a lot of these guys who consider them anything of note all wear masks, and they kind of promote masks so that way their followers know who they are, and so you know who you're messing with anytime. So it wouldn't necessarily be a tabard with heraldry. There would be some heraldry, like they may use a particular insect or a particular animal, but they also have masks. So you guys as nobility, you would have access to a mask if you wanted it. And I mean, I know I'm just kind of dropping that on you, so you don't have to come up with it immediately.
I
guess
think I
I'm
missed
asking
the last part. I heard you saying what the people use, but what was the last thing you said there?
Do you know what your animal mask would be, or like what your herald animal would be?
Probably just go with like a wolf or something.
Wolf. All right, I like it. I'm down with it. So, would you be wearing your mask as you're doing this investigation or not?
I think so. Yeah.
Okay. Well, I mean, that sounds good to me. All right. So why don't you go ahead and make, I'll give you, so your target number is going to be 18. You add your level, +2 for your nobility in a mask, and whatever your charisma modifier is.
Let's see. No charisma modifier, so it'll be +3 total then.
Yeah.
Okay. So I stumble around haughtily talking to people and probably annoy them more than anything.
Right, and I mean, to see nobility here isn't totally unheard of. Obviously, it's more of a free state. So the nobles of Erd mostly are on the island. But what you do here is it takes you, most of a day. That there was a ghostly light seen in the port windows of the coin purse.
What did the
Was
coin
it
purse
like last
tavern?
night?
Yeah, this would have been the night before. Yeah, so he came in that morning. You guys are all like, "Oh, I woke up by the fish mask, Captain Jensen," and then the next day this is the methodology that you guys are using to try and figure out what's going on.
Yeah.
Did you ask something, Thaddeus?
What was the coin purse? I'm sorry,
That was the ship.
The ship. Okay. Thank you.
Yeah, that was the ship that you guys all arrived in Slateholm on. All right, so I think I'm not sure who said this, but I think Bird, you wanted to question the. I mean, this is kind of similar to canvassing the piers, but specifically questioning the local wharf rats if they'd heard anything or why these crates would have gone missing. Is that accurate or no?
Yeah, because usually the wharf rats usually have the eyes open for ample.
All right. So as an elf, elves do not wear masks. They don't mess with that. Is there anything specific, like when you talk about wharf rats? He obviously canvassed the piers and the workers themselves. Right. Is there anything specific you're trying to do? You want to ask them the same things, but along the lines of talking about actual missing die or what?
Basically, I'm just I want to ask the wharf rats if they've seen someone moving a bunch of the crates from the coin purse. Because
if anyone saw anything get stolen from the ship,
yeah,
pretty much the same thing. All right, so yeah, you can roll. You can add charisma modifier, but you're not going to get a bonus being an elf.
nor for charisma.
Okay.
Got a 14.
Ooh, that's not bad, but that's not enough. All right, so the closest thing you hear is some old timer says that it sounds like the old legend of Gabby. They talk about him like he was the greatest thief ever of Slatholm, and he could rob ships, and no one knew how he did it. If you wanted to find out more, you should talk to Gabby in the Tatters.
And where would the tatters be?
He says the tatters are like a sub-sewer beneath the city.
Okay.
All right, so all right, I think I have like 3 more things here. I don't remember who specifically said anything, but one of the things I thought was interesting is someone asked about a religious celebration. Edwin, was that you?
I don't remember. I mean, I think we had sort of all discussed all of these ideas, but I don't think that Chris in particular was, well, I guess Chris could look into religious celebration. I think he was more thinking about sale points of
Okay, yeah,
where
like the local dyers guild or the tailors.
Yeah.
And maybe
Or
the best person
black market stalls or something like that. Yeah.
Okay, so I don't know if you see this, but just to the west of Wharftown is a thing called the souk. So that's like the large marketplace of basically of the wharf area. So that would be a place that you could go around and find some information there. So which one would you? I mean, you could probably do both of these. It wouldn't take a long time to find this out. So
we've got 3 days apparently.
Yeah, I'm assuming you only want to do 1 day for now. I'm not going to like say it's going to take you 3 days to do something. It only takes a day.
Okay.
Oh, and so like black market or like if anyone's selling anything or something, that's a good one too, I guess. Which one are you most interested in? Dyers, tailors, or religious celebration, or black market sale?
I'll go black market as the resident thief.
All right. So that's a good idea. So, and that's like definitely within your class. So I'll give you a +1. So you need an 18 add your charisma modifier, a +1 for being a thief, and +1 for your level.
All right. So I was trying to get my macros working here, but let's find my charisma modifier is -1.
Nice.
Level is +1, and being a thief is +1. So it's just +1 in the total, right?
Yep.
Okay. Oops. Cancel. I want to run the macro. Let's try this. +1. Submit. That's a 20. That is
nice. I like that.
Oh, sorry. I rolled 2d20 for some reason. Sorry, it's only 11. I'm not sure. Well, that's pretty good though. Like you got to admit that
I like the way you think.
that cheating is the way to do these things. Save changes. There we go. Now it is 1d20. So I roll at an 11.
All right, give me 1 second.
You're not talking yet, or at least you're not talking to us yet.
I am talking yet. All right. So at this time of the year, it's very difficult to find dye, and it seems like all the dye that would normally be around was all bought up.
Oh, interesting. Okay. Available. And recently, I assume.
Yes. In the last few days. Father Franklin. All right. This is similar to you when they start talking to you about religious celebrations. You know that St. Patrick's Day is coming up.
And is that going to be another use of a heavily dyed day where people celebrate with certain colors in?
Yeah, St. Patrick was known for clearing the island of Corvus of snakes.
Mm-hmm.
And it's pretty common that and also all the rivers of the island ran green with his power as he was filled with the power of Ta and removed all the snakes from the island. So, the incoming Urds wouldn't have any problem with snakes. There is some thought that some of that may actually have been also taken from the native Corvathi and some of their weird naturalistic or druidic deities, but no one knows that. That's all just hearsay, of course. If you aren't a heretic.
So all these things are leading up to a shortage of dye, which makes the cargo even more valuable, huh?
Seems like it. All right, Thaddeus, did you do anything yet?
No.
What do you want to do?
I'm content to shake down the wharfs, offering, we've already done it, basically. We're offering bribes.
All right, so I'll let you do it again, but anytime anyone tries to do the same thing, a skill roll with the same thing, they're automatically just going to get a minus. So you just get a -1.
Do you want me to roll against charisma or what?
I don't know. Are you trying to intimidate people, or
Yes,
are you trying
intimidate?
Yeah, so you can actually use your strength. Are you going to be wearing your mask?
No.
Okay. So you're not as a nobility, but you can get your bonus, your strength. You can use a strength bonus.
Ooh.
Does that mean I rolled a 1?
No, it says like a 1 success.
It says you didn't get greater than 17 is what it says.
Yeah, you got a
So
10.
you rolled an 11, which you have 0 successes because you rolled an 11, which is not greater than 17.
I don't know what the plus 1 is. So
What?
if you would have worn your mask and used that, your nobility as well, you would have got another +2, but no
only
biggie.
13.
Yeah, it doesn't matter. It's very difficult to make successes in this game with skills because it's basically always like a 1 in 6 chance at this level. So, and we can talk about changing that if you guys want to. I usually try and give you some information regardless, but did you actually try to talk to anybody yet, or did I just give you that information, Larry?
No, I didn't have to make a roll. You said. Oh.
Do you want to try and figure out anything more specific about maybe what happens in Slatholm?
Yeah, that's what we're here for, information gathering, right?
Yeah.
At least at the beginning.
So what path are you going to take to do that?
See if I can get an in with maybe a contact I have at the church, someone who might be mentoring me here into bringing me along into the new faith, straightening me up, as so to speak.
Do you have anybody like that?
Not in mind, but it also seems like they would be the least likely to know about stolen goods.
But you're not necessarily just looking for stolen goods. I think it was more of the idea of the more you know about what the celebration is, then maybe you'll have a better idea of maybe how to find the goods. That was my thought process anyway.
Yeah, if I can get a liaison from this is the heart of the Reformist Church. I'm hoping they have contact members or something that I could initially speak to.
There certainly would be some people wandering around the souk that you could run into to find doing, preaching the faith over here to the faithless. So what do you want to use? You want like wisdom or charisma, or what do you have in mind?
All of those are zeros, so I could go with wisdom simply because I'm trying to, I guess, learn something, and my intelligence is not so hot either. I'm not a book learner, you know what I mean?
I wouldn't be too surprised. I mean, we rolled 3 to 6 in order, so whatever happens, happens. So go ahead and make a roll. You can use. You still use your clergy, so I'll give you basically another +1 over. So you get a +1 for being a cleric, +1 for your level, and modified by your thing. So basically, you get a total +2.
All right, so that would give me an 11. So that's a fail.
Okay, man, this thing is weird. What's going on with these? Did you roll it? Oh, okay, you rolled a 9.
Well, I rolled my check, but I didn't actually add in. I didn't see where I could add in my modifier.
Okay. Cool. All right. So what you find out is the guy in charge of it is Father Devlin. He's
overseeing this celebration, or that's just who I was able to get to speak with.
No, he's the guy who's probably overseeing everything. You didn't necessarily get in to speak with anybody specific. They recognized your robes and your holy symbol, but they also realized that you're recently from of the Corvus, and your faith seems to be in question during conversation or something. All right. So what do you guys want to do with all this information?
It sounds like the best lead of those was this Gabby guy, right?
Well,
Yeah.
so I didn't understand the Gabby lead because it sounded like Gabby was the thief who might have taken it, but they also said go talk to Gabby, and that seems like an unlikely, like that seems like a weird deal somehow. Is
Well,
that right?
Kind of magical looking lights on the ship the night of the robbery, and
Yeah.
it fits his MO, and he's still around. So either he could be responsible, or he could know the means by which the stuff was stolen.
Right. So the question also, I guess, is whether somebody, because the other thing, if they go talk to Father Devlin and Father Devlin discovers that somebody suddenly has a bunch more dye to sell him that they didn't have a couple days ago, that would might be a lead as well. And we could certainly go in both directions. The less reputable of us could go and look for Gabby, and Franklin could go look for the one reputable. So I guess we have a couple reputable people.
Well, if you do go looking for Gabby, considering that he lairs in a sub-sewer, I think we probably want to stick together for that portion.
That's probably true. You think they're dangerous in the sewers?
Yeah, there's usually dangers in the sewers.
Maybe.
It's possible. There's something dangerous over there. All right. So what's the plan? Are we headed into the Tatters?
Can we find out more about Gabby and the Tatters before we head in there? I think it would be worth spending a couple hours asking around about those sorts of things first.
All right. Sure. He usually hangs out at the Sailor's Knot, which is basically...
Gabby does?
Yep. Gabby hangs out at the Sailor's Knot, which is like a nexus in the Tatters where an old sailor sells brew to people who hang out.
What kind of brews? Are they magic?
No.
I wish to quaff one of these brews.
Okay. Are there any chicks there?
No,
right.
I'm only into brew quaffing. Quaffing before babes.
A bar in the sewers. Yum.
Mm-hmm. Tasty.
I'm sure he uses only the purest water and finest hops.
So if there's a bar there, it's not like we're going to be running into... I mean, presumably it's not like we're running into creatures on the way there. This is a place that people go all the time, I take it.
Yeah, that some people do. I mean, there's obviously... What you would hear about the Tatters is there's going to be dangerous places, but if you stick to the main thoroughways, you should be fine.
That's what we should do.
I would agree.
Until we're powerful enough to be the dangers, we should stick to the safer areas. I'm still not sure I understand our plan. Let's go up, find this legendary thief, and say, "Hey, did you take stuff from Captain Jenston?"
This sounds like the perfect D&D plan. What are you talking about?
Maybe he's legendarily honest.
Maybe, yeah. I mean, sure. I mean, I'm not against the plan. I was just wondering if that was the plan.
As long as we're sure we're not against it, then we're okay.
Exactly. But I'm all for going and getting a drink, especially if, somebody has a few coppers that they can... I might have a few coppers, actually. This seems like an inexpensive sort of place.
What? This is the nicest of places.
Uh-huh. Where's my money? There it is. Oh yeah, I'm super rich.
Are you really now?
Only in comparison to a few coppers. No, pretty much flat broke.
Perfect.
Yeah.
All right, so you guys...
slum with
you guys find your way into the tatters. It seems like there are innumerable ways that you can get there. If it's like down through a sewer hole or just through a low grate next to an open sewer, but it does seem like whatever use that the tatters had at one point, it's still being used as a sewer. But you don't really see a lot of liquid. It looks like all the liquid has fallen. Like there must be another sewer underneath this. This is why they call it a sub sewer. But the odor isn't good. And
It's just solids on this level.
what's that? Solids? Yeah, maybe.
Yeah, filtered out.
Whatever it is below ground, probably about 15 feet or so, 15 to 20 feet. So we'll say, you guys were pointed over to the edge of the souk, and there's like a low staircase that went down with an arched ceiling above it with some brickwork, and there were like some metal bars that at one point had gone through, but they've all been removed. So you can just kind of go down the stairs, and then the water kind of goes down a slope next to you, and then you go down a turn, and then down another stairs, and then you're kind of in this intermittent darkness. I'm assuming someone has a lantern, but you can kind of see some lights that easily go, and then there's like sometimes a stone archway that moves across. But now it's pretty fast. You realize why it's called the tatters, because whatever the ceiling was made out of one time, parts of it are hanging down almost like sailcloth and tatters. So your visibility is extremely limited. So you're kind of always pushing this tattered hanging cloth-like substance from the ceiling out of the way. You guys cool with that?
Well, I guess so. It seems a little weird that there would have been. It must be some sort of plant life or some moss or something. I mean, they wouldn't have put fabric on the sewer ceiling.
That would be weird. All right, so if we were going to create a marching order and we went to the very top left corner of the city map here, who in the marching order was going from, you were in the east headed to the west, how would you guys be lined up?
Is north up?
Yes.
So you have us going off the page. Is that what you're saying?
No, from the west going east. Sorry, I did say either way. I don't care. You guys pick a way. Put it in order.
Can we go two abreast?
Yes.
All right.
Bastion will be up front. So
I'm happy to go up front. I don't consider this a dangerous thing to do. I mean, we're just walking to a bar. I don't see. There he is. I've got a torch.
Okay.
The whole map just moved?
Yes.
Yeah.
Why is the map moving?
You might be on the wrong layer.
Yeah, that or I don't have that on the right layer. There we go. Now that makes sense. I was on the correct layer. The map was on the wrong layer. All right, so you guys just kind of line up wherever you are.
Krith and Bastion front rank is going to be middle.
Aaron Durr should not even be here.
He's not. He's gone. Boom.
He gone. He gone.
He gone.
And Aldaith isn't here, is he?
I think he's going to show up at any time, so we'll just throw him in here wherever you want him.
Put him in the back.
All right, Elven Wizard's in the back.
That's a solid-looking troop there.
It looks fantastic. What are you talking about?
It does. No, I'm serious, man. It's awesome.
All right, so you guys fairly easily find your way through the tatters to the sailor's knot. It looks like you kind of started to see the glow farther ahead of you. 30, 40 feet away. You couldn't really see much because it's just deflecting off of this grayish, dirty-looking tatters hanging from the ceiling. And in a low basin that at one point looks like it might have had sewer water in it, but has now been drained off. They've built like a level floor, and there's like some tables made out of upturned barrels with some wood over top of it, and you can see a half dozen people in here.
Nice. Well, is there an empty a table with room for us?
Sure.
Is there somebody waiting to seat us or point us to a table, or is this just kind of a walk in and
it looks like
your ass down sort of a place?
this would be the kind of places that Krith would be familiar with, that the reason you're here, you know why you're here and know what you're supposed to be doing. And if you don't, you should fake it till you do.
All right, so I will, I'll take a look and see if it looks like the sort of place where you go up to the bar and get your drink, or if you have table service.
You would guess that you probably go up to the bar.
All right, I'll do that.
What are the rest of you guys doing?
I'll pay for a round of drinks. I probably have more money than anyone else, so I'll go up and order.
You're walking up there with Krith? Okay. Yeah. Is anyone else going with Krith, or are you guys taking a seat at a table?
I'll grab a seat at a table.
That is.
Is there an end? Like, I wasn't clear. Like, is there a door?
No.
Not? Is this like, so this is.
You guys kind of came through like a sewer, like right? A roundish sewer. And then you kind of came down some stairs, and it opened up into a large circular actual chamber that it looks like it's bowled at the bottom, but it has some wood built over top of it to keep it level. There are some other exits leaving here, but you don't see like specific doors. You can like over when you're looking around, it does look like there might be a ladder leading off up to the right. And it looks like maybe someone's built a staircase for a second level above this area that's kind of blocked off somehow. There's multiple exits, lots of shadows everywhere. Fortunately, though, there's not these tatters hanging down everyhow, but there are, we'll say, like an old chandelier built out of a ship's, mast or something, or wheel, all sorts of different things. It looks like the silverware and the glasses are all mismatched, and who knows where they got the current grog.
It's kind of like a open air cafe in a like a town square, except that it's all underground.
Gotcha.
Yeah,
kind of cool. Just at the intersection of the roads.
Yeah,
kind of like it.
Nice, thank you. Awesome, Thaddeus. Where is Bloon going? To the table with the elf?
The table.
All right, Father Franklin.
Gonna wander over to the table as well.
All right, so you guys pick up a table. No one seems to pay you mind, but you're guessing a few of them are looking, past their murky drinks at you to try and figure out what you guys are doing here. As Krith and Bastion move up to the table, they do spot a guy kind of over by himself, and he's sitting on a barrel, and he looks like this super old dude.
Does he have like a hat with a G on it?
He doesn't.
Or a shirt, maybe? A little name tag? Oh, there we go. There's Gabby.
But
awesome.
You do see that one of his hands looks like he's only got like 2 fingers and an opposable thumb. The lower portion of it is gone. So he's just got these that he's holding like a cup that he's drinking out of. He's wearing this kind of turban looking, super, super weathered, with just kind of like a pencil thin braided mustache, with just a ratty hair goatee hanging down from it. But his other arm looks like it's been severed about halfway up the forearm a long time ago. So it's just mottled flesh.
You say he's drinking something there?
Yeah, he looks like he's holding kind of a soup bowl or something that he's, sucking out of, dribbling it down his weathered chin.
Did we do enough research to know that this guy is Gabby?
It seems like he probably is. It says it on the handout.
Right. That's what I was wondering. Okay. So it seems like, I'll say to Bastion, we should probably get him another one of whatever he's having too.
I'll order the drinks for us, and then tell the bartender to put the old man's drinks on mine as well.
Going around a lot of money here.
Welcome to the sailor's knot. Rubbing down the bar.
Probably toss an extra gold coin to the bartender as well.
Oh, okay.
Is that rag clean?
He bites it. Wooden teeth.
Oh, it's good.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, master. Are you wearing your mask?
No, I would have taken that off coming into the.
Okay. I mean, but you're still dressed.
But yeah,
better. So, welcome, my lord. Welcome. Thank you. Let me know. Let old Dalek know if there's anything else you need. All right. So, you guys just get regular like beer or something, or you getting the same thing that this Gabby dude's drinking?
What's he drinking?
Exactly. That depends.
You're not sure if he's
bilge water.
Yeah, he's drinking bilge water with a dress of lime.
I think we gotta stick to the beer in this place.
Yeah, some kind of rock gut. He seems like he's slurping. All right, so you guys just get a few beers for each other, and you buy him a rock. All right, so what are you guys gonna do? You back to the table, checking out what's going on. You're guessing, some clandestine situations probably happen down here. Krith is like, oh, yep, this is where the action goes down.
So, Krith, you said you wanted to just go ask him if he stole it. That was your plan?
Well, yes. So I'll get up and I'll walk over to Gabby's table and I'll say, "Excuse me, sir. You mind if I join you?"
Hey, do whatever it is. He doesn't have any teeth.
Fire Marshal Bill? Okay.
Yeah, Fire Marshal Bill here.
Thanks. I was wondering if you could help us. We have a possibility of maybe splitting some earnings a couple ways here. There's a
only got 3 fingers to count on.
well, that's good. That's good. That might be enough. There's a
There's only 2 of us.
exactly. There's a ship's captain, that makes 3, who had some cargo walk away the other day, and there were some folks that thought that you might be able to point us in a direction to help him get it back, or at least find out where it went to.
The tail of Gabby, right?
Somebody might be stepping on your toes there a little bit, sounded like.
So you would guess that it would be pretty difficult for this guy to be picking up a crate of...
Well, I assume he's the mastermind. I wouldn't think he's doing the actual labor.
Right.
I mean, come on. There were 30 crates stolen. It was obviously done by a crew. I mean, unless this guy can cast several. What's the damn
floating disc?
Floating disc. Yeah.
Unless this is fucking Tensor himself.
This is Tensor. Exactly. If this is Tensor, then yeah, I think it's just him doing it. But he's just using the force. He just points at the crate and.
You would be surprised if he is still in any thieving jobs. He looks like he's well past that. If he did mastermind something, it must have taken the people that were on his crew a very long time to listen to him because of his constant laughing and seeming pretty dang like a whack job.
So yeah, so I'll continue. Yeah, so it sounds like somebody's using your name and trying to lay the blame on you.
So he's like, dude, he asked, are you responsible for his free drink?
We are.
Then it's customary to hear the tale of Gabby if you haven't heard it. And he basically breaks down this story of how he did this rash of thefts from boats and no one could figure out how he had done it. And it finally came to light when the black hands caught him, he says, and shows up the stump of his arm. When the black hands caught me, they finally figured it out. He'd been releasing logs because this is a logging town that come down the river from this strong wood, ironwood or something like that even like the Reformed Church of Ta is using to build the new church. He's basically releasing logs and then would hide behind them and use them to break onto ships. But you guys are pretty sure that there's no way that happens. You never saw like these. It seems like in his day, commonly log jams would get passed and into the harbor itself. And he was using that basically at night to steal things. But the part that you do realize is most likely somehow someone is using the water and they're not using the pier itself. So they have another methodology. And he basically finishes up his story with, and the black hand said a hand wasn't enough, so they took part of me arm too.
Yeah, that sucks getting caught. I'm on the run myself. Hoping to keep all my fingers.
Says with half of a hand.
Yeah. Well, I guess this is about as much information as we can expect at the end of a failed roll in a wild goose chase, but thanks, Gabby. We'll definitely look in the water and see if they drilled a hole in the bottom of the boat. How that all went down.
As you're starting to leave, he goes, you said on the run yourself from slavers? Yes,
No.
mercifully.
I say no.
Heard word of a new crew in town called the Unfettered.
It's a bunch of slavers.
No, unfettered. They're unchained. Ex-slaves.
Not the Federers.
Not the Federers.
Yeah, no, I'm not one of them, but that's interesting to hear about.
He basically gives you some directions to where they were in the tatters.
Oh, they're in the tatters, of course. It's well, I guess the watch don't come down here very often.
Aye, the Black Hands. They like where it's dry.
Yeah, I'd hate for them to hear about this. Obviously, the unfettered folks. So these are slaves that escaped, I assume.
Yeah, that's the story.
Well, good for them. So I thought you said this was a city that did not condone in any way slavery.
It doesn't. Correct.
Okay.
Yeah, that was like their freedom rallying cry.
Right. Okay.
Freedom.
Wow. Well, that was a lot of getting smelly. I like him though. I feel like we should come back and talk to Gabby again sometime.
Okay.
Probably ask him some riddles.
Like, how do you tie your shoes?
Yep. How do you keep that turban on?
How do you wrap that turban on your head?
So I make a show of checking my pockets as I walk away from him, just to give him a little respect that he might still have a little thieving abilities left, and I'll sort of make sure I've got all my coins still.
Yeah, you have all 3 copper that you started with, right?
That's awesome. Okay. I think
Alrighty. Now what's the plan?
Well, that plan didn't get us killed, so that was a good one.
Successful plan.
Yay! There was much rejoicing.
Well, is it time to go swimming around the boat? I guess that's what he's suggesting. Look for some kind of submarine or a underground beaver house or something. I don't know. Some magician who has breathing apparatus, or there's all kinds of options, but
was the ship's hold examined from the inside at least yet?
I thought so.
Yeah, it was your understanding that the ship was... No, you guys did not look at the ship yourself, but Jenston said he searched the ship. The hull was intact.
Okay.
He told us we could, though. He did give us permission to go on board the ship, I think.
He
Correct?
did. Yes.
Okay. Yeah, so maybe now that we know what we're looking for, we could look for something below the water line that was hidden up by a tarp or what. It'd be, down in a ship's hold, you could totally hide something. Well, I don't know how you'd cut a hole below water line and not have it flood.
All right, Bird, you want to say anything? You've been quiet.
I don't know if you can cut a hole per se, but using one of the port windows or something like that might do it.
Yeah, above the water line.
Yeah.
Probably too small to fit crates through. Larry, do you have anything you wanted to say?
No, I just wanted to double check about if we had seen the inside to look at it. The hold, Thaddeus?
No.
Zach?
No, I think we're good here.
All right, so what's the plan now? Edwin seems to be, I don't know why you
out.
ever let Edwin be in charge, but Edwin seems to be,
Every party needs a face, Jason.
Edwin doesn't have his face showing.
I do. It's Gabby's. Right here.
Then it's ironic, isn't it?
Here, I can make my face. I can make my face bigger. There. How do you like that face?
I liked it. I picked it out of all the other very weathered old men images I found on the internet.
There.
Weathered old men.
All right. So what's the plan?
Well, we got to finish our drinks.
Okay. Yeah.
I don't know.
Now, what was this business about other? You said it was the escaped slave.
The unfettered.
Also in the
there.
No, they're in the tatters somewhere. Yeah, but I don't understand. I mean, he didn't imply that there was any sort of connection. Just that he asked if I was part of them because I said I was on the run. I think.
Okay, so nothing that you think that we need to check out right now.
I don't think so. I don't know why ex-slaves would steal.
He said they were a new crew.
Right. But a new, meaning a crew of thieves, though, or just a new crew? Oh, okay.
And you got to dye all your bandanas and everything to get your crew look going.
Sure.
The first thing you steal is dyes when you are starting a new crew.
Without question.
They've got
Was
to wear their
the,
colors.
Was the dye that was stolen all green, or was there some good rogue colors too?
It was green. They must be forest elves or something.
Yeah, I don't want to deal with forest elves.
They're the worst.
They are.
Especially forest elves in the sewer.
Exactly. They're unhappy. I mean, I could ask him where in the tatters. I didn't bother getting any info. If you think it's
you actually, he did kind of give you directions on it.
Okay. I mean, we can go talk to him if you want. Seems similar to our current plan of going up and asking the possible thief if they took the stuff. If we keep doing it often enough, eventually someone will kill us.
Well, I mean, the first one was a pretty nice guy. Maybe.
He was. Yeah, no, we're 1-0.
What are our other thoughts? Are we, you're talking about getting into the water and swimming around looking for what exactly?
For holes supposedly big enough to get the crates out of the coin purse.
Some sort of, or maybe there's an underwater, like an underwater dock kind of thing, where they would somehow drop them in the water and then move them underwater to somewhere obvious, a sewer entrance or something. I don't know.
We're in a sewer.
Yeah, I know, but
What
where
if
I assume
we checked out this other gang and found out that they had a nice little exit that goes out into the port.
For example, that would be pretty good. And then there's also the money side, right? Of seeing if the father, Davin, is getting any good offers on cheap dye for sale or anything like that.
They're going to have to do something with the dyes.
Exactly. Unless they're just going to dye the river green for some reason, but
or the
like they
beer.
want to sell it. Or what?
Oh yeah, we could check out a bar and see who's serving green beer.
Exactly.
Well, it was also mentioned, I don't remember where you got the information, but they said there was also a glow coming from the ship. Wasn't there during
the
that night?
laborers on the wharf
Yes.
told me that.
Okay.
Yeah, like a teleport maybe, or I don't know. I mean, if we're
transporter.
dealing with, yeah, exactly, a little ray, yeah. I mean, if we're dealing with heavy magic, then we're way in over our heads.
That's a quick question. What's the magic level of this world? Like, are there guild wizards around? Would we be familiar enough with the kind of magic people have available?
So the Urds are a little more, they don't seek people out who practice magic and kill them like the Corvathi did. But if there are, they wouldn't be like full-time guilds or anything like that. It would be much rarer than that. There may be like a known wizard that people called the wizard, but they probably didn't mess with them just because they would be scared of them or something like that. Does that help?
Yeah.
I mean, you're traveling with an elven wizard, 2 of them.
Okay.
But that seems pretty rare to see elves walking around, and then even more rare to see wizards. But maybe not so.
So a group of magical casting thieves that teleport in for stealing dice seems a little bit out there for us, right?
It's very specialized.
Way more sword and sorcery than epic D&D.
Right. That's what I was going for. Just you get to really high magic levels, and suddenly people are doing all kinds of weird stuff.
Yeah, if that is what's going on, it would be very, very extremely rare and surprising that they would be messing around stealing die.
Right. Well, that's how they're going to turn their white dragon into a green dragon for the holiday.
Everyone needs a plan, I say.
Oh, well, that's where we're falling down. Well, what do y'all want to do? I mean, we could just get another round.
Just keep on drinking.
Keep on drinking.
Drink long enough, adventure will come to us.
Exactly. I mean, eventually someone's going to start a fight in a tavern.
Father Franklin, what do you think we should do?
Well, I was just
You are
wondering.
our moral compass.
Oh, moral? I'm not so sure about that, but I was wondering how big the tatters are. I mean, is this like an underground mega dungeon or something? How dangerous is it down here to wander around?
You guys don't really know. You're not from around here. It seems.
Right.
It seems like they seem to think that it's kind of dangerous, but like known areas aren't too bad. Did I make a whole mega dungeon called the Tatters? No,
Not yet.
not yet. But if that's what you guys are into,
I bet you've got a few on your shelves there.
I do. I definitely do. All of them, I think.
All the
All the dungeons.
All the mega dungeons.
You have ASD?
Maybe.
You don't have it.
Why do you ask?
There's clowns in it. You hate clowns.
I only hate clown players, Thaddeus.
Oh.
Oh,
All clowns.
Especially when they dress up as gnomes.
Or elves.
Or else.
Yeah.
Since we did talk to Gabby down here, if we're still in the bar, do you want to mention that to the bartender and see if they have, or see if he's got anything to say about the Unfettered? I mean, just for another angle on them.
Sure.
That was Delek, the bartender, right?
Yep.
Yeah. Dalek. Yeah, it seemed like he treated you nicely there, Bastion.
Well, I treated him nicely there, tipped well.
Exactly.
Yeah, we could, I'll go order another round and ask the bartender if he's seen this new crew in the area and maybe heard any boasting of any work they've been doing.
Nice. So I'll give you a +4, and you can be modified by charisma and level. So make a skill check, +4.
Okay. 4.
Close.
17, but it's a roll.
You guys haven't rolled very well, have you? All right. It's
That's
obvious.
right.
You can tell that he does recognize the name. He's like, Unfettered. You seem like you were new in town. What do you know about him?
Well, one of our friends here comes from a similar background, and I thought that he could maybe find a refuge with people like that.
He kind of tries to peer through the grimy, smoke and stuff over by your guys' table. He's an ex-slave.
Indeed, I helped him escape from Ravenstone. Smuggled him away on a ship here where he'd be safe.
one of their men, Edwin, was in here talking about a job.
Giggling?
Edwin, you fool! Not giggling. No, I'm just kidding.
You mean England's about to Brexit? Oh, I spelled it Land. All right, England.
Edwin, he talked about some fancy merchant captain hired him to steal some easy crates off of a boat.
Merchant captain?
That's right.
Do you know the name of the boat?
No.
Name of the captain?
No. He says they wore bird masks.
Bird masks, huh? The people on the boat did, or the young fetters do?
The guy hiring.
The boat captain.
Oh, that's interesting. Our dude wears a bird
Fish mask.
right? Oh,
Fish.
fish mask. That's right.
Fish mask.
That's right.
Okay.
So you might recognize that, right? You might know who the bird people are.
Yeah, would I know?
Maybe, but I mean, all the noble houses use them, so.
Okay.
The Ravens has noble houses, so does Corliss. So. Yeah, it's something you can check. Probably, I'll give you. You're gonna have to roll a 20, basically.
Sure.
I'll try. Well, you could too as well, Thaddeus.
Very well.
I mean, it's easy to roll a 20 and roll 20. You just do roll 20 and it shows up, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
It's like that. I mean,
Hey!
Hey, we don't totally suck. Hey.
15. Yeah, you're not sure, but you've heard tell of some captain who will even say that maybe you saw a banner flying in the bay of the silver urn.
And what was on this banner?
Silver urn. That's the wrong spell.
yeah, ERN, yeah.
What's a sea shit? It's kind of a seabird.
Ah.
So if you knew who captained that, then maybe that was the guy who hired you.
ERN, I've never heard of it. Okay. See.
That's good information. I mean, we go back to
We could go look for one.
Captain Jensen and say, hey, the dude with the silver urn, that
Standard.
captain over there. I wonder if the crates just got moved to the other guy's boat. How soon is
snooping around?
How soon is is St. Patrick's Day?
The celebration is in 3 days.
How is there a major city that one could sail to within 3 days, within like 2 days, or is it likely to get sold here?
Here.
Okay. So he's not going anywhere until he can unload it and sell it.
Yeah, Morgan's Fort would be the closest, but I think that they would have enough money to pay for that would be unusual.
They have to drink their beer undyed. It's a rough life. Well, that's a good clue there. Should we go snoop around the harbors and look for the silver urn?
I think so. I think that's their best lead.
All right. All right. Let's get out of here.
Are we allowed to leave, or does anyone dare block our way?
Nope.
You're hoping, aren't you? Oh,
Yeah.
yes, we've left.
Itching for a fight.
I don't know why we just switched. I guess that was a little cut there.
Why'd you switch?
The map switched and then switched back.
Yeah, I messed it up.
It's all right. thought maybe you were taking us to a battle map because,
Nope. I'm not going to fight just because whatever. You guys can
So
start.
yeah, so where were we? Like in this map here that we're looking at, roughly under where is the sailor's knot?
So you found near Gilder's Row here, just south of the souk. You'd guess it still is somewhere in this area. Of this
Okay. Copper Lane or something.
of the wharf.
Reasonably close to the wharf tip.
Yeah.
So somewhere around here is sailor's knot. The tatters.
It wouldn't be a big surprise to know if the tatters, crossed over between gates or under the walls, even into the common.
Right. No, I assume it sort of goes all the way. Like, for all I know, it may even go across the water, like underwater to the high quarter, and who knows.
Yeah, because no one's quite sure who built it. It's known that Slate Home was built upon something previous from some other civilization.
So yeah, I guess we'll go walk the wharf here.
Are we looking for the flags, or we're just trying to find a sea captain we can talk to, or?
I was thinking of looking for the flags, but we could talk. We don't want to raise too high a profile.
Yeah, like, hey, those are the guys asking about your flag. Go kill them.
Right.
We can spot it. That would be much better.
I mean, Bloom, do you remember where you saw the ship?
Somewhere on the wharf. No, he's not going to remember exactly.
It's on the wharf.
Oh my God.
I only have like 4 voices, Jason, and sometimes Arnold comes out. I'm sorry. What are you doing? Well, where's the ship with the blood on it? I don't know.
The nice thing about being a player is you only need one voice at a time.
California.
Oh my God. All right, so it's been about an hour. So why don't we take a bio break?
I got a jug. Keep rolling.
Yeah, I'm taking a bio break.
All right.
It's unfortunate you lack dedication to the OSR, Jason.
It is. Who we missing? What's going on? I see Larry's walking around his couch, so that's good.
Edwin's here.
All right. Looks like we're just really kind of missing Zach then. All right, so Brasco was not joining us after all. He's kind of stopped in briefly, but he said that the call ended or something, but like, I don't know what's happening.
Enough of your betrayal, Brasco.
All right.
All right, all right.
I forgot what I was just looking for. I must be getting tired. But hey, we actually did more playing than I expected to tonight because I was dead this morning when I was thinking about canceling the game. Was that last night? I don't remember. Anyway, Edwin, how have things been with you, sir?
I've been a little sick, but otherwise I'm fine.
I have been sick as well.
Sick with con crud.
Hmm.
I didn't even get to go to the con, and I'm sick with con crud. That's the sad part.
I mean, crap. Hobbs even had his +2 for crank crud saving throw.
At least a +2.
I wash my hands constantly, and I still got sick. I was washing my hands every 30 minutes at Gary Con. I still got sick.
That's the
It
problem.
is what it is.
How the hell did I escape it then?
Naturally strong immune system, Bird.
Being a complete douchebag, Bird.
If you lick the floor, right, you never get sick.
It's a dirty job. Someone's got to do it.
No.
Well, we know ex-cons like Bird don't care about the cleanliness. He had to call his PO when we were at the convention.
No, it was before I could even leave for the convention. Come on.
Oh, you get special permission.
Yeah, I get the story straight. You know, I had to leave the state.
All right. I don't know where Zach is. This is kind of weird.
I put a message in Roll20, said he's on the phone. He will be a moment.
Oh. All right. Well, I don't know if you really need for this, I guess. What the hell was Brasco saying?
Sorry,
Okay. What?
He said, sorry, folks.
Okay, so yeah, so basically you guys are just wandering the wharf, seeing if you can spot the ship. So you spent most of the day getting the leads that you got. Then you went into the tatters, and it was edging on nighttime. So during the night, spotting the silver urn is not going to happen.
We'll have to wait till morning.
Well, then
Okay.
we'll do it tomorrow.
All right. So day 2.
Dun, 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 dun.
All right. So whoever has the best wisdom bonus, well, basically you guys will eventually find it. This is just to see how long it takes. It's a pretty big pier. Unless, it's not here, then you wouldn't find it. Maybe they.
My wisdom bonus is -1. Can anyone beat that? I don't think so.
Your Father Franklin has a
Solid 0.
Awesome.
So you want to make a roll? The higher the roll, the quicker you do it.
Pronouns, pal. Who are you talking to?
You, Larry.
Okay. Then in that case, yes, I'll go with the wisdom.
Go ahead.
Just a straight wisdom roll, right?
No, we're just doing their regular skill thing. So you normally would need an 18. So add your level and things.
So we got a 10.
Yeah.
Oh, but he has +1, so 11.
All right, 11. So sometime around lunchtime, you guys spot this ship. It looks like it's kind of in a nicer area of Wharf Town.
Mm.
And it does look guarded, and it does seem to be that the sailors or the guards that are manning the ship are wearing bird masks.
Interesting. Maybe we could put on our masks. Just a thought.
You said it's in the nicer part of town.
Nicer area of the wharf.
Of the wharf. Is that up near Gold Street? Because the
Yes.
gold is...
I think so.
Yeah.
Now, the masks are only for people that are have nobility, right?
So Jenston has one as well. He's what's known more as like a merchant prince. So they may not have land holdings, but they probably do have some sort of land holding as well on Corvus Island, or at one point did, or before their family came to the Urn colony, they did. But yeah, there's some guys who are known as merchant princes, and apparently this guy is one.
Hmm.
And their servants also get to wear the masks, apparently.
Yeah, they want them so they can show, this is where their power lies. so you
Right.
know.
So would it be like simpler, lower mask then that they wear?
Yeah. The nicer the mask, probably the more money the person has. I mean, the page isn't going to be wearing a mask of a bird.
So do we find the ship that we're looking for?
We did
We did.
most of the day, till midday to do it.
Okay.
So should we just sink it, or
You know that
See if
hole you're talking about getting the crates out with?
Yeah.
just sink it and see if the water turns green?
What we should do is kind of keep a bit of a spying on the ship and their laborers and see if they have a particular warehouse that they are unloading things and loading things from. You know, usually a merchant prince like that probably has his own store houses.
Oh, that's a good idea. Yeah, we
Because
could
I'd
look
rather
for a warehouse with a bird on it.
Warehouse than a ship.
Yeah. How tightly packed are these ships? Are they like ship, or is it sort of out by itself a little bit on the pier? Or
How do you want it to be?
This
That's
is a
not my
story
style.
game, remember?
That's right.
Declare the truth about the ships, Edwin.
The what? Yeah, you already said that it's guarded, so that's the truth that really matters. I think
I
it'd
would
be
say
interesting.
less packed here, but
Okay.
you know, the lesser areas or the less wealthy areas would be closer packed.
Yeah, that
Makes
makes
sense.
sense.
That's here, yeah.
Because you'd have
So
better security if you have space.
They pay for the elbow room, huh?
Well, and the lack of fire danger. Yeah, I would think so. And how is to go out on the pier? Do they have their own private pier, or are they sharing it with other boats?
They're sharing it.
So we could probably walk out and do some fishing or something and scout for a little while. People fish off the piers here.
Sure. Probably more in the other areas, you know, it wouldn't be too surprising to have the ability to chase you off or something like
Well,
that.
I want expensive fish. I don't want any of those crappy fish
Or
from.
crap fish.
Exactly. I want some of them good fish that they have up in this end of the wharf.
Okay. What's the plan?
Man, you're always asking that.
We're more
You.
we're more of like jam session adventurers.
I don't know what that means.
I don't know what it means either, but we're just real mellow.
So yeah, I'll go wander out and count guards and I think the plan. I like your idea there of looking to see where the warehouse is that's attached to the ship.
Basically watching to see what's going on.
Yeah.
And, okay. And all right, so
At least until it gets dark. It's
yeah.
midday, right?
Well, we could watch it now and we can see what's going on, and then we can watch it more seriously at night.
We could do both.
Exactly.
okay, so around 2-ish, you guys are keeping an eye on this ship, the Silver Urn, by an unknown merchant captain. And it looks like a guy who's wearing a nice ermine cloak, a very finely detailed urn mask, and he is accompanied by a few other guards, come off the ship and head into town.
Seems
Let's
unusual.
follow him.
All of us?
Maybe
No.
just let's split the party, just a few guys.
Are you thinking about sneaking on the ship with lesser guards there?
Even better. How many guards are left on the ship? Can we tell?
I mean, it's hard. It's a big ship, so
Like 30 or left, or 100 or something.
yeah, surely half.
I think we should have a couple of us follow, sort of just walk like the noble, Bloon. You could just walk behind him and sort of, or Bastion, whatever, and then some of us can try and be a little sneakier about it.
I think that's a good idea.
I feel very sneaky.
Hey, Jason, how's the size of the Silver Urn compared to the ship that had the die stolen from it? Like roughly the
It's
same
coin.
size?
Bigger. It's like a larger karak. So you would say the crew for one of these is about 20 dudes.
Oh, that's not so many. We can
That's
take
just the
them.
crew for the ship. That doesn't count like if they have, guardsmen or something.
Right.
So what's the plan?
I guess I'm gonna follow two of us gonna follow the nobles, and a couple people are gonna try to sneak on the ship. We're gonna split the party.
You guys are gonna try and sneak on the ship in just after midday at 2 o'clock or 3 o'clock or something.
That's crazy talk. Yeah, let's do it.
Okay, who is? You're doing it at the same time that the other guys.
Yeah, I'm in the follow people party, not the
All right, so we
That's
got
a suicide mission.
not the suicide mission
we
party.
got these tokens up here. Let's put the suicide mission on the left and the other guys on the right.
I was gonna do the sneaking after them mission. I didn't know who came up with the sneaking on the ship mission.
All right, so no one's going on the ship, is what you're saying.
No,
I
don't
was
be
just
silly.
trying to diversion.
All right, basically, some people are following the other group, or some people keep continuing to watch the ship. What's?
I was gonna say I could hang like by the trees and just like kind of keep an eye on the ship because I assume it's like somewhere in this area.
It's probably this area down here.
But just
I
to
was
have a good
gonna,
view on it.
I was
Okay.
gonna fail a skill roll trying to follow them sneakily, while some other people followed them not sneakily because they're wealthy.
Okay. So Arundel is staying. Is anyone else staying?
No, I'm not.
Aldath is staying. The rest of the dudes are going.
Perfect. Okay. But you see, I'm in the shadows here. I'm over there in the shadows.
Yeah, so let's try and use. You can choose either like move silently or hide and
Oh,
shadow.
I forgot I have skills, but it's not a dumb dex roll. All right, here we go. Move silently or hide. Those are my options. I'm going to go with move silently.
Okay.
I'll fail it likely. Now, if I could climb walls, that's something I'm good at.
Yeah.
That's a fail.
You need to be under 25. All right. So
Yeah,
you are
I got
moving. Basically, you're just trying to shadow these guys without them knowing that you're coming, right?
Yep.
All right. And then the other guys are just following normally, right?
Right.
All right.
Trying to blend with the crowd a little bit, but not hiding.
Oh boy. What I just did.
You only have a 1 in 6 chance of noticing me.
I'm not going to just think that someone automatically notices you just because you failed the roll. So
I know.
you're moving through a crowd. There's a lot of things going on here.
Mm.
All right. Apparently, you guys in two different groups, a single and 3 other guys, you end up following this lord to a well-appointed tavern or inn, it looks like.
Mm.
And it is called the Gray Manatee.
Gray what? Sorry.
Manatee.
Manatee.
I told giants. They're marine mammals.
Yeah.
The sea cows.
The Gray
Oh.
Manatee. And opposite him, you see that he finds himself at a table with a priest.
The deal's going down, guys.
The Devlin? I'll ask the bartender. Hey, is that Father Devlin? I heard really good things about him.
Sure. Yeah, he thinks it is Father Devlin.
Yeah.
I'm going to go up to the bar, order a drink, and try to get a seat like right next to their table so I can overhear what.
Okay, so they're eating. They look like they're eating. So are you going to order food?
Sure.
All right, so to eat here, it's going to be about, for a single person, 5 gold pieces.
I can definitely help kick in on this. I haven't spent any money yet.
Oh, okay, awesome. So Father Franklin is there.
Yeah, me and Father Franklin will sit down then, and we'll discuss some theological matter over a meal.
I'm gonna start a fight. You heathen!
Oh, it seems pretty obvious that there doesn't seem anything crazy going on. It looks like Father Devlin seems excited. He keeps calling the guy Lord Sang.
Well, that's definitely a good guy named Sang. He's
Lord Sang.
Yeah.
At least it's with an E. Oh. I see.
He's got a big Fu Manchu.
Of course.
So would
they call it a thing?
Would the Lord title take precedent over him being a captain, as far as what you refer to him as?
Lord Captain, probably. I don't know. Whatever. What do you guys think? It doesn't matter that much.
I mean, it doesn't mean this. No, never mind. It doesn't matter.
Probably the nobility is the most important part, but the captain of the ship is important as well, I would guess.
Maybe on the ship, that's how they refer to him, as just captain.
Yeah, I'm sure. All right. Is there anything else you guys are going to specifically do? It seems like Father Devlin maybe realizes that another priest is in the room near him, but he seems really intent on and very excited about finding dye because it seems so difficult to find, and his previous shipment was reportedly stolen.
Does it sound like Lord Singh is offering to fill in that void?
Yes.
Okay.
It is unfortunate. Of course. He says, twirling his stash lawfully.
I feel like we're done.
Yeah, I mean, at this point, we just need to figure out where the dye is held right now, if it's on the ship or if it's in a storehouse.
All right, Bird, as Arundel is keeping an eye, he notices someone familiar stomping out to the pier towards the silver urn. It is Lord Captain Jenston.
As an our captain, what the hell is he doing there?
Yeah, so you see him, he looks like he kind of causes some hubbub, and the guards, kind of push him off, and a little bit of a standoff happens, and eventually Jenston stomps off.
All right, I'm gonna keep an eye and see what they do in reaction to this.
It doesn't seem like they do anything.
Crap.
All right. I'm getting tired, so I think you guys have gained a lot of information.
Oh, we have. I feel like we're like right on the cusp. So
right on the cusp of something, huh?
Something, yeah.
All right, so I think what we'll do is we'll plan on 2 weeks. So I think that is April 4th.
Okay.
Does that work for everybody?
Yep. What is it?
This is what you're saying.
What's April 4th? It's a Thursday. Okay.
Thursday, yeah.
Thursday, I think, is what we decided on, right? Because you're busy on every other Thursday, right, Larry?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
I mean, yes.
Dungeon Master.
Nice. All right, so let's wrap this up. Does anything you guys have anything that you want to say, like Zach specifically about the game or anything else?
No, I mean, I'm liking it. Good heist bit of stuff going on. I feel like it's coming together.
All right, cool. Thaddeus?
Porn stash.
Larry?
Boy, these rolls are hard to make so far, aren't they?
They are. The skills in this game are difficult, but like I say, it's no different than playing BX and needing a 1 and 6.
Gotcha.
In fact, you guys have had better opportunities in some cases. But I mean, it's not like I didn't give you anything anyway. It's not like I'm going to say, "Oh, you guys know nothing." Ha 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 ha. Now,
well, it's a story game. It doesn't matter what we roll.
Totally
We don't
unfair.
want to.
It's fine.
We don't want to let the dice control our story.
You guys have not done. You guys didn't do any of the things I expected you to. Bird.
I think you did
Really?
pretty good of getting us a bunch of information with 0 successes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
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 Awesome. I like it. Porn stash. Yes. All right. So I hope everyone enjoyed their little trip through Mr. Hobbs's Gamerhood. I should say this is a map of Punjar. I do not know who wrote it, but who drew it. But thank you. We have been using it. It works. I'm expecting, like I say, 10 to 12 sessions. I'm expect maybe 3 different seasons of 4 sessions or so. But we'll see. I don't really know because I really have no idea what you guys are going to do. I'm building it on the concept of putting out a situation and then you guys just go from there.
And we apparently also have no plans, so this is going to work great.
Well, somebody's going to. Well, it's early still. You guys haven't finished on anything, right? So it's not like I have a tentpole dungeon that you just run to right away or something like that. So it's just a bunch of different areas, and I'll have an outdoor map that we can use. And then I just kind of wanted to introduce this, and I thought we could maybe do a little urban adventure with Slatholm. I thought that might be fun.
Yeah.
On Sunday at 8 a.m. Hobbs Standard Time, which is also known as Central Standard Time, I will be running Kalmata Live here on this channel. So be there or be square. Better to burn out than fade away, right?
Indeed.
Anyone?
Indeed.